That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction
Monday.
On a Tuesday.
See, I didn't step on it. I didn't step on it.
Good
Very
job,
proud of
Rich.
myself.
Good job.
What do you got over there, Chris?
Hey, happy Tuesday. Everybody good? Mike, you good?
What's up?
I'm good.
Mike, pay attention. Hit the drops. Come on. Guys, we watched it last night. The Lions dominate. Remind me a lot of the 17 Patriots, Rich, where dynamic offense can't stop anyone on defense, and they went all the way to the Super Bowl, ultimately losing. But I'm going to say the winner of Monday's Lions-Vikings game is going to win the Super Bowl. Week 18, Lions-Vikings winner wins the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Wow. It's Chris. I'm sorry. I'll just go overreaction on that one. I'll do that just because the Eagles are sitting out there. Did you say we'll go to the Super Bowl from the NFC?
No, they're going to win the whole thing.
Champion.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Carry that momentum into the bye and then through the NFC and all the way to New Orleans, confetti.
Since you were talking about the Lions and reminding yourself of a New England Super Bowl team, I will say this: the stat I didn't mention at the top of the show when I talked about how the Lions are the only undefeated road team in the NFL this year. They're just the third team in the last 10 seasons to be undefeated on the road. The last team to do it were the 2020 Chiefs, who, as we all know, made the Super Bowl but lost it. And then the 2016 Patriots, who made the Super Bowl and won it, although they were down 28-3 at one point of that game.
Yeah.
So it's not a guarantee that you win the Super Bowl, but in the last 10 years, it has been an earmark of making the Super Bowl. So I'm talking out my answer here right now. But to sit here and say the winner of this game wins the Super Bowl, like this is a de facto Super Bowl, it's too soon, too early, too many other great teams looking as great as they do. Bills, Ravens,
Sure, of course.
Chiefs, Eagles, Rams performing as well as they've been performing. I can't sit here and say somebody's not going to get hot and surprised. So I'll call that an overreaction.
All right, no doubt. All right, how about this one? Just throwing this out there. Playoffs coming. A lot of divisions are going to have two playoff teams. At least two divisions that have two playoff teams in it are going to go winless. You follow?
So you're saying, let's say the AFC North already has two playoff teams in it.
Right.
You say both the Ravens and Steelers get one and done.
Correct.
The NFC East has two playoff teams in it. You say the Eagles and Commanders get one and done.
Correct. At least two of those divisions. It's going to happen at least twice.
At least twice. No, bro. That's
Chiefs,
too much.
Chargers.
That's too much. Come on, dude. That is
Weird things happen. It's been a weird season.
Way out there with that one.
Been a weird season.
Certainly. What if the Commanders and Eagles play each other? And if that blows it straight to hell. I know. Well, yeah, TJ, right? That's out. That's
kind of out there, but I don't know. You never know.
That's one of the few overreaction Monday subject matters that make me want to have you pee in a cup. You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on.
That's how out there that one is. But
all right, how about this one then?
Let's not do that here.
How about this one? Based on yeah, that's a good point.
Noted. If we had an HR, we would note that.
That's hilarious.
He is HR.
I am HR.
DJ just plussed up this segment. Very good.
No P test here.
DJ plus.
Based on the success of Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, someone should acquire Zach Wilson this offseason and give him a shot to start next year.
I like it, Chris. That's not an overreaction. Look at you. Okay. All right. Why not, right?
Why not? I mean, look at these guys.
And hold on a minute. With the Geno isn't in that category, but Baker and Sam Darnold are in the category of, well, Baker had a quick sabbatical with Sean McVay, and Sam Darnold had a full year with Kyle Shanahan. And these are some quarterback-friendly coaches who just merely being around them and their system and their staffs and their quarterback rooms will leave a residue from which you can succeed in a new spot, right? Like all of that. Zach Wilson's just spent a year with Sean Payton.
Exactly.
So there's that, dude. Yeah, and he's what is he? Is he still old enough to shave? I don't even know.
I don't even know if he can rent a car. He can. He's 25.
There you go. I mean, that's not a
25,
bad. That's not a bad spot. Maybe the Jets should take him back. What do you think?
I think that would be hilarious.
I don't know. It worked out for Darnold. Look at him now, right?
Yeah, but he didn't go back to the Jets.
How about this one? The Giants should take him.
Now we're
The
talking.
Giants
Now we're
should
talking.
take him. The
Now we're
Giants
talking.
should take him. You know, and he's like Daniel Jones plus, right? He's
Right.
Jones plus because he can run it and throw it. He's not as tall, you know. But listen, I'm facetious with the New York teams, but I don't think that's an overreaction.
I think someone should give
at
him
all.
a shot. I think he still has some good football left. All right, how about
Okay,
this
what
one?
else?
We were just
Yeah.
talking about the Niners, Rich. And this is one of my favorite topics on this show. Scott Van Pelt has my back on this. Another
Wait.
Brock Purdy injury should scare the Niners enough to hold off giving him a massive extension.
We just kind of talked about it, didn't we? I mean, you know, I again, we need to see what the imaging comes back on this Tuesday, because this is potentially alarmist. There were, I'll just again because I'm scarred by all of these experiences. Do you remember when Mike White was the hope for the New York Jets? Do you remember that?
Well,
in
TJ
Zach
didn't let
Wilson's
you forget about it.
I tried.
Right, exactly.
Had you listened to me, you'd be a playoff team.
That was the last time it was Cooper Rush season as well, and you thought me talking up Cooper Rush actually meant I was trying to troll you that he was going to take the job from Dak, even though I never twitched in that direction.
Yeah, it's
You
kinda
took it
what
to
you-
mean that I was saying that. No, I would never did that.
we can read
never,
you, bro.
Never. No, but you remember Mike White? There was a game. I think it was against, I forget who it was, but there was a game where the Jets really could use him, and they could actually started to win, and we'll see how he could do. And you needed to at least evaluate him. And he got hit in his arm, and his arm went dead, and
yeah.
he couldn't play. I think it was against the Colts
I
or
do
something like
remember
that.
that, yeah.
Right? Imagine, maybe this. I bring that up, like maybe this is just one of those things because Mike White, you know, played the next week and had no surgery, had no issues. Maybe this is one of those things. But if he's hurt, if this kid is hurt, now I don't know, man. But because the players love him, and you could see he operates in this system pretty damn well. And now he's had 2 full seasons in it. It makes sense to keep him, sign him. I just don't know what that thing is going to look like. That contract, it's, you know, if I'm him and I'm healthy, I'm saying it starts with Tua and it goes up. Or say you could say it starts with Dak and goes up. I don't know if that's going to fly, but we'll see.
If you're the Niners, would you rather pay Sam Darnold $40 million a year or Brock Purdy $60? Like, that's what it comes down to.
No, and I know exactly what you're saying. Certainly, if you want to bring Darnold back to the system that, you know, he apparently became an apprentice under, you know, and then went to Minnesota with that as an underpinning from San Francisco, that makes sense. I'm not saying the concept of this is an overreaction. I'm saying just merely bringing it up now before we know the full extent of his injury, that is an overreaction. That will be my answer to this one.
I got
What
you.
else you got?
Something to watch. All right, 2 more. Rich, every year, as we know, we're talking about the coaching carousel, the hot seat, Black Monday. There will be a coach of a team around 500 that gets fired this year.
Yeah, I don't think that's an overreaction either. There always is one of them.
There's
I don't know
always
who it
one or
would be.
two.
Who would it be, though? Who would it be?
Look, I mean, I'm looking at Miami,
Like,
Cincinnati,
give me-
Indianapolis.
No, it's not Miami. You keep bringing up Mike McDaniel. That's not happening.
Arizona.
No, they love him. I just had a great chat with them.
Okay.
They think they're in they think they're in the right direction, and they doubled up their win total from last year.
Rich,
It's not gambling.
80-year-old owners don't care about money when they're super rich.
I spoke to the actual owner, Michael Bidwell. He is not 80. I can confirm that.
Well, I was
And,
talking about Miami.
Oh, okay. And Stephen Ross is not firing Mike McDaniel. It's just not happening. I don't think it's an overreaction. I just don't have the name here. I'm just going through my head right now of somebody that you just don't see coming. Could it be Shane Steichen? Could it be him?
Maybe.
I mean,
we kind of touched on it a little bit yesterday.
We didn't
with
touch
Albert.
on that, yeah, because you know Pat is talking about a lot of internal laundry, and that is, if there's internal laundry, the last guy you want airing it is Pat McAfee.
Correct.
I'll tell you that.
Correct.
You know, certainly since you know, if there's anybody who speaks a lot of truth, it's him. So I'm not pushing back on whether Pat is accurate or not. He knows what's going on in the building. And that's the only reason why I mentioned Shane. I have no other sense.
I know there's
of
always a
what's going
surprise.
on there.
We didn't see Pete Carroll coming last year. There's
Right.
always a surprise.
You got one more?
All right, last one. College football playoff tonight, tomorrow. We're going to talk with Bruce here coming up. The playoff quarterfinals will not be all chalk.
I agree.
There's going to be an upset or two.
Well, I mean, is it an upset for Ohio State to beat Oregon? Is it? Isn't Ohio State technically even favored to win that game right now?
Yeah, Ohio State's technically favored, but
so you're saying, is it an upset for Arizona State to lose? I mean, I mean,
no. Arizona State is a massive underdog.
Okay,
I'm saying
Arizona State wins.
Notre Dame wins. Boise. I'm saying somebody's.
You
gonna
know
win.
Notre Dame can win that game. Is Sarah nervous or what? Is she nervous?
Of course. I mean, technically,
Okay.
they're an underdog. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. And I think a nice, neat fix would be to tell some of these bowl sites, listen, I know you're used to having college football semifinals or finals, but not this year. And you've got to give the bye week teams a home game also. I mean, this game, yeah, I think you got to start thinking about that.
Oh, interesting.
And if this is a correct assumption, if this is not an overreaction, I don't think it is, you're going to hear that conversation quite a bit. You know, Oregon should have Ohio State come to them for a second straight time. Instead, they're going down, to Pasadena, and it isn't a quicker flight for the Oregon faithful to come from campus. But I always like front loading conversations, and I think that would be the conversation if this thing hits, and I think it will. Excellent Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday, sir. Fun stuff. The Overreaction Monday podcast with Chris and I that were recorded before yesterday's show is still sitting out there, and it is as fresh as ever. Please get that wherever you get your podcasts. And later on today, right from this very spot, Susie Schuster will be conducting What the Football with Amy Trask in advance of New Year's Eve. They might be drinking. Not going to lie. Certainly since Susie's on vacation.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.